government drug running thing. I went to college in the early 80s at the University of Arkansas and met Bill Clinton while he's running for re-election. And I'd heard insider information, just gossip, that there's some shenanigans going on in Little Rock. And then my awakening was watching the film Clinton Chronicles, and then had a hard time sleeping after that. But
well, I mean, how do these cops raid everybody for marijuana when they know the government's shipping in the hard drugs? I mean, it's just, you know, because they're part of the drug business. They're bottom feeding off the poor fools that use it. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, yeah, because most people don't know that. No, I mean, but I was a Rush Limbaugh listener back then, and they were really pushing that film. Remember, Alex? They were handing it out on Washington. Everybody got a VHS copy of it, and then suddenly you would think a lot of people would have seen it, but...
You know what? I've held Bob so long, but Bob, will you do 5 more minutes? We can finish up with him, and then Craig and Steve, then I'll let you go.
Listen, go get the book Compromised, and that'll turn your hair white.
Stay there, Bob. Do a few more minutes with us on Compromised, Terry Reid. And I want Terry Reid back on. He lives in Kansas City. He's a big fan of the show. Hadn't been on in 5 years. Bob, can you hold?
Certainly.
All right, Bob Chapman, stay there. We'll come back to you, too. Stay with us, Joe.
We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones, and I want to tell you about the Silver Lungs generator. Now you can produce pure and endless colloidal silver and deliver the solution directly into the bloodstream by breathing the solution through the lungs. The respiratory system is the first line of defense for airborne pathogens and viruses. The Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced nano-silver solutions and also delivers the silver nanoparticles instantly into the bloodstream. With continued legislation threatening the sale of nano-silver products, you can now produce pure and endless colloidal silver with the Silver Lungs generator. Very easy to follow, step-by-step instructions are provided, making production fast and simple. Go to www.silverlungs.com today and learn more about the breakthrough technology of the Silver Lungs generator. That's www.silverlungs.com.
You may be arrested and/or subject to other police action.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on Earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cameras, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Oh, my sinuses. They feel like they'll explode.
Sinus pressure, sinus headaches that keep you up at night. You've struggled for years. You've tried everything to get relief, but your sinus distress just keeps coming back and robbing you of the healthy life you deserve. Sound familiar? Well, you're not alone. Statistics show that 37 million Americans suffer from sinus distress. Fact is, 67 products merely treat the symptoms and don't get to the cause of your sinus problem. Now there's a solution that's safe and doctor recommended. Sinofresh Homeopathic Antiseptic Nasal Spray. It's the only patent-protected nasal product that antiseptically eliminates the known causes of your sinusitis. No alcohol, no rebound congestion, no drug interactions, and easy to use. Don't go another day just treating symptoms. Take control of your sinus health now and get Sinofresh Homeopathic Antiseptic Nasal Spray and get the relief you deserve. Go to buysinofresh.com. That's B-U-Y, Sinofresh.com. Or call 888-906-3636. Breathe easy. Breathe free. Get Sinofresh today. It works.
Okay, we're going to continue with your phone calls and what happened in the market yesterday, but this illustrates to everyone, A, how rigged the market is, B, how volatile it is, and how much the media will lie to you. There were record trades, stocks being dumped in Europe. They had to shut down the major stock exchanges right as this happened because people were dumping their stocks. It's all interconnected. It goes down by almost 1,000 points or right at 1,000 points. 1 point short of it, and then it goes right back up 700 points right after it.
I mean, this is rigged. And I wanted to go back to your calls on government drug dealing. You were trying to get into Terry Reid. He was a CIA trainer. He saw Bill Clinton. He saw them all there at Mena. They started, killing local kids. He wasn't involved in that, but he learned about it. He spoke out about it. He wrote a huge book, Compromise, Clinton, Bush, and the CIA. But, I mean, now they're on Fox News interviewing the commander with the Marines saying, yeah, we helped grow the opium. I mean, it's just in your face. I mean, I guess soon the cops will deliver the heroin, and then when you buy it, they'll put you in handcuffs on the spot and shoot your dog. Bob Chapman comments on that.
That's what it's getting to. And it's a shame because they've been compromised. They've been federalized. And, I'm concerned for their future because there's going to come a time if we can clear Congress and get things changed that people like that will be thrown in jail. And that's something they know they shouldn't be doing. On the other hand, if we're unsuccessful and this thing turns into a revolution, I wouldn't give 2 cents for their lifespan.
Well, anybody that watches this video that's up on Infowars.com right now is the top story. I mean, this tells it all. Government admits they deal heroin, but terrorize families for pot. It is so important. Anything else, caller, you want to add before I take 2 final calls for Bob Chapman, Joe?
Yeah, real quick. I just thought of the Clinton thing while I was on hold, but the reason why I called, and I want to get your input on this, throw it out. You haven't really mentioned it this calendar year, at least, or any of you, Max, Bob, or Gerald, or anybody else. We have the biggest distraction coming up next month. Billions of people are going to be glued to billions of TVs, and that's the World Cup. And especially as good as the United States team is this year, I'm just wondering, and that's just the theory that I'm working on, if they might, the elites might plan something. And also, because remember where it's taking place, it's the World Cup tournament's going on in South Africa.
Yeah, the globalists are setting up race riots down there right now. And they love to stage terror events during big TV events to make sure all the slaves get their programming. I appreciate your call. They're going to need more false flag attacks. What they do is they get a CIA asset like Tim McVeigh or Lee Harvey Oswald. It's been confirmed, declassified, that both of them were secret government agents. Same thing with this Pakistani guy. We've got the documents that he was part of a secret CIA operation. We know they were running a drill in Times Square. That evidence has now been confirmed. Your take on more staged terror attacks and Mayor Bloomberg, Bob Chapman, trying to blame the Tea Parties for the failed bombing in Times Square.
Well, you can expect that from Mayor Bloomberg of New York City. I grew up in the next town over from him. He was in Medford, and I was in Somerville, Massachusetts, although I did not know him. I lived in South Africa and Rhodesia, and I'm still very well connected, particularly in South Africa. And you saw the murder a few weeks ago of Eugene Terreblanche. That was the kickoff. And I think they may have quite a difficult time filling any of the stadiums for these games down there. And also, I have links and information from the press from South Africa saying that segments of the ANC, which runs the country, are planning riots. And so it bears out what you've just said, Alex.
Absolutely, yeah. They killed the leader of the Boers down there just 3 weeks ago or 2.5 weeks ago. Quickly, because we're going to let Bob go here in a moment. I'll continue with your calls and other key news items we haven't hit yet and some recaps. Let's talk to Craig in Seattle. You're on the air. Go ahead, Craig.
Hi, Alex. Thank you very much for taking my call. My question is, the 1,000-point drop on the stock market, does that have anything to do with audit the Fed or influencing votes or another shot across the bow to whomever as far as the panic in the streets?
Well, I know this. It's admitted and confirmed. We cover it in the Obama deception. We interview a congressman about it. They did go out and say we're going to have depression to drive the stock market down. The plunge protection team stood back to terrorize the public into giving the bankers tens of trillions of dollars. And the audit the Fed bill is moving through. They are panicking to block it. Bob Chapman.
You're absolutely correct. And that bill is the nationalization of all banks, among a whole bunch of other things that we've had in the forecaster, and of course Alex has talked about. And they're doing everything possible not to let anybody know that there's such a bill. And, of course, Dodd is sold out like his father sold out, and they just pay them off and they go on their way. And they live happily ever after, or at least they have up until now. And so many of these events, like I think part of the reason for the Goldman Sachs pursuance is not only the fact that they knew the suits were coming, lawsuits, but they also needed a distraction. And that was it.
Well, they're going after mid-level traders and saying they made a mistake, and I've seen Blankfein on TV saying, oh, we've learned from this. Oh, we want this other re-regulation bill that even the Texas Banking Association says will allow the mega banks to selectively come in and take over healthy regional banks that are actually lending to the people.
Well, that's true. And, you know, there's 2,000 banks in the country that are being run by the comptroller of the currency.
Incredible. Okay, let's take 2 more calls. We're going to let Bob go quickly. Let's talk to